Happy Arvo. How you doing? Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I want to react to some Australian salaries. Okay. And in fact, this is a small and up-and-coming YouTube channel. Check him out. Charles Bannow. Link down below. Looks like he has some interesting videos. And I'm just curious myself, what are the salaries like in Australia for different jobs? Now, of course, this is just kind of a small sample, in Adelaide. But I like to actually see these type of interview questions happen on the ground of a country, you know what I mean? Get the real facts from the people. How much money you making? For what job? In Adelaide. Let's do it.
Hello everybody, here we are in Australia today and we're gonna
Okay, I thought he would be Australian.
ask Australian people what they do for living and how much they earn per week, per hour, per day. We don't know. They will tell us. As you heard, I'm not an English native speaker, but I will try to do my best because I speak English, but I don't speak Australian. Sometimes they are too fast, mate. Are you ready, Gibson? Yeah, you're ready? We're gonna
I
jump
think that's a compliment. You guys have fast brains.
in a bus and let's go to Adelaide CBD to ask all these people who walk in the street. Let's go.
Damn. The music is a little too loud.
What's your name?
My name is Jillian.
When did you arrive here in Adelaide?
I came in February 2023.
Where do you come from?
I came from India.
What do you do for a living here?
I'm an international student currently at the University
I was
of
going to say, this guy screams student. Look at him. With the shoulder bag,
Adelaide.
the polo. This is a student. He's young.
I also work part-time at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital as a cleaner.
Would you accept to tell us what's your wage there?
Actually, okay, this is interesting. Okay, as a cleaner for a hospital.
I'm a casual worker, so my wage depends, but I get a minimum of $1,000 a fortnight.
All right. Now, okay, obviously that's not that much, but that's part-time, so.
After that.
Do you think it is comfortable to live here in Australia?
As a single person, I think yeah.
Do you think here it is easy to find a job as a foreigner, for example?
No, it isn't.
No?
No. More locals in the market with experience.
Yeah.
And when you compare it to an international student with no experience, employers prefer someone with experience.
What do you do
Okay. I do have to wonder how he would know since he's a student, but okay, let's move on.
for living here in Adelaide?
I got a car wash business.
How long you've been in this position?
Interesting.
18 years.
Would you accept to tell us
18 years. I love the Australian accent. Let's do
what's
it.
your wage here in Australia?
Probably about 150 to 200.
Oh, that's super good. Nice. Okay.
I'm in the wrong business, guys. Freaking car wash in Australia. Let's do it. 6 figures. Nice. And in USD too, you know what I mean? That is 6 figures. I love that. I love knowing that like a small business owner can get you ahead in a country, you know?
And-
That's kind of like how I view America. Like the best thing about America is, at least now, more or less through time, this has been more true or less true, but starting a small business is like the dream, you know?
Do you think it is easy to find a job here in Adelaide?
Yeah, I think so. If you work hard, it's easy to. In Australia, I think it's easy to find a job.
Do you have any advice to someone who would come here but he don't know? He doesn't know if he can come here easily or if life is easy going here.
Well, I'm from a European background. Like my parents came to Australia, didn't know any English, and yeah, they succeeded. So if you work hard,
There you go.
you can do it.
Everything's possible.
Yeah.
Let's go. Keep going. As a manager here,
I love that. I think that speaks volumes about Australia. Look at that. One generation later, we got a business owner making a lot of money. That's a great thing. That's a great indicator about a country, in my opinion.
here in a bar and this kind of business, would you accept to tell us what's your range, the range?
It all depends, like how many years you have experience,
Yeah.
and how many much about industry.
You,
But
man.
I think
You.
starting from 60 to 85, I would say.
I'm sorry, for what? Okay, being a manager of a bar. Okay, I feel like that's quite similar to here in America. Adjusting, of course. You can just assume I'm adjusting these to USD, because I am.
I would say.
And just, do you think if you come from abroad, it is easy to find
Like, I understand it's a different currency. I just want people to know that.
work here in Adelaide, in Australia?
Adelaide is kind of a little small market, I would say, compared to Sydney or Melbourne.
Adelaide is a small market, man. That's kind of comical. Me hearing that. I live in the most podunk town. Yeah, Adelaide's a small
Finding a
market.
job would be a
How many people live there?
little bit difficult, but yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah.
Okay.
Should be
1.4
okay,
million.
yeah.
So I used to think it's around 4,000
Tiny market.
or 5,000 a month. If you don't mind to move, if you have your car, if you're going like Brisbane, Sydney, or whatever, you will find it. You will find it, no worries. You will find anyway a job if you're looking for a barista job or something. Hello, sorry, what's your name?
I'm Sai.
Okay. Just the fact that you can walk up to some random person with a microphone and start asking them questions and they're nice to you, I feel like is also I mean, I feel like that's how it is here in America for the most part, and I like that. You know, that's also true in Australia. Just walk up to some stranger, "Hey, who are you?" And they're like, "Well, you know, hi, yep, I make this much."
Sai?
Yep.
Nice to meet you. We just ask Australian people what they do for a living. Can you tell us what you do for a living?
I work in events. I do tickets for the Fringe here.
In a what? sorry?
And I mean, to be frank, and I'm just going to be frank, I would ask them beforehand, "Hey, do you mind being on video?" But, you know, okay.
The Adelaide Fringe.
I did a bit French, okay.
Yeah, I sell tickets.
Do you speak some French?
A little bit.
Oh, can you tell us
She's like, why?
something?
Je m'appelle Si.
Nice, really nice. Enchanté, si. Where are you from?
I'm from here, Adelaide.
Okay, and would you accept to tell us what's your salary, your wage here?
I make about 60K.
60K a year?
Yeah.
Really interesting. Do you get
Selling tickets. So, like, literally at the counter, like selling tickets at the counter. So it's like an entry level type job. That's pretty nice, right? I'm trying to think. I feel like that would honestly, you'd probably make less here in America for that job.
any advice to someone who would
Which it makes sense because the wealth disparity is not as bad in Australia as here in America.
come work here, but he don't know if he could find a job easily or if it's gonna be like a struggle to find a job, you know?
I think like because I work in the kind of temporary event stuff, I think there's always work in that.
Okay.
For people who are wanting to come across, find a bit of stability. If you start with something that's a little short term, then you can kind of find a spot that works for you, while without as much risk.
Where do you come from? Here, Adelaide?
I'm from Portugal.
Okay, man. And as a carpenter, because you just used to say you was carpenter, what was your wage?
$25 an hour, yeah.
Yeah, it is quite more than us European. As a carpenter, is better here.
$25 an hour in Australian dollars as a carpenter. This seems weird.
Yeah, it is and it ain't. It depends, how much you pay for rent and for food.
Yeah, of course.
Because I lived in Portugal, the wages are getting better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The food's much cheaper.
Yeah.
Transport and that, except petrol, obviously.
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah, it
So-
depends, really.
Are you able to save more here, or are you able to save?
Obviously, that's an important factor. Cost of living is a huge part of the factor. It's like the other side of the equation. How much you make and then the cost of living.
more in
It depends again. Like if you're living on your own, forget about saving. You know what I mean? But if you live with family or like you're sharing the house, then you're able to save money here. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
It's kind of funny because the first person said, if you're single, then you can do it. But if you have, there's multiple ways of looking at that. If you have kids, then it costs more to have a family. If it's just you and a partner, then that actually saves money. Because you're able to have a dual income going toward just one residence. You know what I'm saying?
But don't get me wrong. My mum, she used to work as a cleaner in 1985,
yeah.
and she was earning around $45.
Oh, really nice. So all depends
Yeah.
your luck and the
Yeah.
employer.
Employer and all that, circumstances, yeah. But I'm happy with 25.
You come from Portugal. Do you have any advice to people when they come from Europe or USA or abroad here in Australia? It is easy to come here?
Not really. Like my family came here. It was like it was like when they wanted people to come, to feel.
I don't know what to make of the fact that he says 25, because isn't the minimum wage like 18 or something in Australia? Oh my God. It is 25. Is that true? I thought it was 18. Holy crap, it is 25. So what, he makes minimum wage as a carpenter?
Australia up and
Yeah.
type, you know, like now I reckon is a good time to come because there's a shortage of trades work, like carpenters, plumbers. So anyone that has a trade,
Yeah, there's a shortage here in America, which actually means you get paid decently right now for trade work here in America. Like, certainly more than $25 an hour. So I'm confused.
I guarantee that they'll definitely be able to come here.
Would you accept to tell us what do you do here for living?
Study here?
Yeah.
English?
Yeah, you study
January.
English.
Yeah.
So obviously you're good now in English. That's
Oh,
all right. So you do like gardening and things like that, or
yeah,
cleaning
I do
Okay.
5 bathrooms. 6 hours here.
during the weekend? 6 hours
Yeah.
per day.
Yeah.
6 hours per day.
Yeah.
52 per hours.
Yeah.
That's really good. It is.
There we go. Okay, I'm still, I know I get stuck on things sometimes. The fact that guy says he makes $25 an hour being a carpenter, but the cleaning lady makes $52 an hour. Something doesn't add up there, but we're moving on past that. So she makes $52 an hour. That's incredible. That's really incredible.
Easy to find a work in
I
Australia.
feel like here in America, you would probably make $17 an hour, you know, USD, which would be something like $30 an hour AUD or 35 or, so, you know, around there.
No easy.
Wow.
Look at this bat. They are huge. Your accent seems Australian now. When did you arrive here?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
She got the Australian accent in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
guys.
in Australia.
But I learned my English in Australia like 30 years ago.
That's
so
it. That's
maybe,
it. That's
maybe.
it. Can you tell us what do you
Yeah, her accent is actually throwing me off totally.
do for living here? I see you work now.
Yes, I work with Tour Down Under. I work with Lidl Trek, a bike team, and yeah, we do races here.
Okay, but what are you manager or you?
Yeah, the director sportif, yeah, for the women's team. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Would you accept to tell
It's like kind of a little management supervisor position,
us what's your wage, what's your
I
salary
guess.
here in this position?
Oh, I can't say that.
Oh, really?
That's
Aw.
not public.
Can you tell us a range?
I make a good a number. It's more in the 6 figures than another number.
More than 6 figures.
Yep.
That's quite really good money.
There we go. Okay, so more than 6 figures. I feel like people are, you know, I mean, let's be honest. This is not the least rude question to walk up to some random person and ask them how much money they make. I don't know if I would share that, you know? It's kind of funny. Most people have, you know, you guys are very open in Australia. I think a lot of Americans would as well, but I don't blame someone for not, you know? But she said more than 6 figures, so safe to assume probably more than $60 an hour. Damn.
Isn't it? Can you tell us what's your name and where do you come from?
My name's Ishtar. I'm from Australia in New South Wales, up near Byron Bay, a little bit inland.
Yeah. What do you do here in Adelaide?
I'm doing my postgraduate research on like marine restoration, so restoring marine habitats.
That's cool.
Do you have like a paid job, a wage job, like part-time or something?
So I do some work with the university, just as a research assistant.
Okay, she needs to like read audiobooks or something. Are you kidding me? With this voice?
Like part-time or
Go
something?
get a job at Audible.
So I do some work with the university, just as a research assistant.
Or
So-
she could be a therapist or something. Not even for the advice, just wow, your voice really soothed me. You know, I'm less anxious now.
kind of processing data or helping with trips.
Okay.
But I also am on a scholarship for my PhD, so
Beautiful.
yeah, I get a
Nice.
bit of assistance with that.
Would you accept to tell us what's your wage?
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm on an hourly for the research stuff because it's casual. So that's $50 to $60 an hour.
50. That's really interesting. That's a good wage. That's a good wage because you like what you do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I didn't expect it to be that good considering it's like casual research, you know, with the university. Wow. All right.
a good one.
Hell yeah.
What's the amount do you think to be comfortable here? How much we have to get like
For a year? Like,
yeah.
I think 50 grand a year and your salary will cover your minimum expenses.
Yeah.
But that's not considering things like buying a house one day
You could just get by.
or supporting.
I mean, that, yeah. And I mean, yeah. This video, I think, is just 1 year old. You know, I always try to wait over a year to react to videos. But for this, you know, I wanted something as recent as possible. Obviously, you know, housing is the big thing these days. It's the big thing, guys. So, what, you think is 50 enough? I guess 50 is the new minimum.
Children
Of course.
or any of the extras. So if you're a single person who's young and can get by 50 grand a year is probably enough to get you by on untaxed.
Yeah.
Once you start putting tax in there, you probably 60, 70, and then if you've got kids or anything extras like that, then yeah. it
I
comes
think
down.
that's accurate. Thank you and good luck for your research and your project. What do you do for a living?
Man, radiographer.
Would you accept to tell us
A what? Radiographer?
for your research and your project? What do you do for a living?
Man, radio.
I need to look this up. Radiographer. I don't even know what that is, guys. Is it like radiology? A radiologic technologist is a healthcare professional who specializes in imaging. Great. Okay, very interesting. So something in the healthcare fields, you know, over here in the States, those are great jobs. Great jobs. You can easily make, I mean, I don't know, what's the implication of a radiographer? I feel like that's something you probably got to go to school for, but not too long, you know? I could be wrong. So, I assume he probably makes decent. Let's hear.
Radiographer.
Would you accept to tell us what's your wage?
On paper, about like 99.
99 per hour?
Nah.
99
like,
Okay, I thought he meant per hour.
annual.
99.
I was going to say.
Yeah. But on the books, more like 130.
Is he just saying after tax 99? 130. Okay. I always go by before tax, you know, before the government reaches their hands in it. Just to keep it consistent. I think that's what people talk about, at least here in America. You know, if someone asks you what you make, you're talking before tax, typically. So 130. That's good. I mean, I guess it depends what this job is. Like, how long does it take to get this job? Because that's obviously a really good wage, but if it takes 8 years to get the job, or, you know, 8 years of education or something, then that's different. We're asking the all-powerful AI, guys. In Australia, becoming a radiologist. No. I meant radiographer. Okay, you need a bachelor's degree. Okay, all right. And he makes like 60, almost 70 bucks an hour.
Do you have
I feel like it's comparable to here in America.
any advice for a foreigner you come here like us and want to find a job?
Man, have a clean record.
So guys, that's it for today. We asked the Australian people in Adelaide City here. I hope you enjoyed that video. And
I did. It was actually quite great. Go check out his channel. You know, I think that was really great. Charles Bonneau. Interesting. Always interesting to hear from the people themselves. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.